Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report with a legislative bill in place for an off-highway vehicle pilot project. Inyo County officials and citizens have gone public with information and opinions. Last week, the Bishop City Council hosted public comment on what's called the Adventure Trail System. Assembly Bill 628 establishes a pilot project for Inyo County roads in all of the towns to be used for regular vehicles and off-highway vehicles. Local government is now in the process of environmental reviews of the proposed dual-use roads. Bishop Public Works Director Dave Graw said local roads near the White Mountains would come into town and arrive at Golden State Cycle, the Tri-County Fairgrounds, Bishop Chamber of Commerce, and Pizza Factory. Now, maps will be available showing routes around Inyo towns as part of the environmental review. All motor vehicle codes apply to the OHV use on local roads. Now, last week, most members of the public who spoke up favored the project, but some expressed concerns. Darla Heil lives on Hanby Street, which is an included route. She said while she is not against the OHV project, she is opposed to channeling of OHVs onto Hanby, which is already a very busy street with lots of residents. Nils Davis and Lanny Lehi said yes to the project and pointed to the economic gain. And so did Greg Smith, who said Bishop Police could get extra grant money for extra patrolling of the HOVs. Now, Sam Bloom called the pilot project an opportunity that could be huge. He said he would like to see more city streets open to OHVs. Andrew Sherritt called the project important economically, but said grants for police could dry up. He said the project could be 100% feasible without directing more traffic through heavily populated areas. Sherritt said routes should be more heavily scrutinized to end up at actual services. Alan Pietrasanta, a frequently vocal supporter of economic development, said this aspect of the OHV project is important, but he asked the city to do some research and find out the pluses and minuses of similar projects in other states. Inyo County is the lead agency for environmental review of this pilot project. The county issued a notice of preparation of an environmental impact report. The county's initial study indicates the potential for significant adverse environmental impacts or requirements of mitigation. The Inyo Planning Department will accept comments on the notice of preparation through November 12th. Now, the initial study is available at all Inyo libraries or on the Planning Department website, which is inyoplanning.org. Now, scoping meetings are set for this week, Thursday, October 24th. That'll be at the Board of Supervisors room in Independence at 6 p.m. And then next week, Wednesday, October 30th, at the Bishop City Council chambers at 6 p.m. The purpose of the meetings is for presentation of views on what environmental information should be addressed in the EIR. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this story. The arraignment hearing for Don D. and Kenneth Rossi, scheduled for October 15th, was continued to October 22nd. Earlier, the couple were held to answer on nearly 60 charges at a preliminary hearing. Now, those charges include embezzlement of public funds, identity theft, conspiracy, filing false or no tax returns, and forgery. Now, the original complaint filed by the district attorney revealed an alleged pattern of filing for welfare benefits and getting cash with electronic benefit cards. The alleged amount embezzled adds up to $1.5 million, according to the complaint. Inyo District Attorney Tom Hardy said that both Inyo judges were disqualified from hearing the Rossi case, and a visiting judge was not available last week, causing the continuance to the arraignment on October 22nd. DA Hardy also said that a charging document following the preliminary hearing has been filed and alleges a total of 213 felony counts on the two defendants. DA Hardy said the new counts all arise from evidence received at the preliminary hearing and set forth additional specific charges alleged to have occurred during the time period from 2005 through January 2013. Hardy said, quote, primarily, the new charges allege the filing of false documents in public files as part of the alleged scheme, end quote. Hardy also said that independently, Don D. Rossi was cited for driving under the influence, with the arraignment in that case also to proceed on October 22nd. Now, the Rossis had initially made bail, but are being monitored via GPS ankle bracelets. At the Inyo supervisors meeting last week, DA Hardy offered a brief update on the Rossi case. He was asked about the possibility of a settlement in the case, and he said, quote, "Settlement talks are always available. We have had no successful talks so far," end quote. Hardy said settlement discussions are a routine part of a case, and he also said his office is taking this case very seriously. The district attorney added later that there are no active settlement discussions right now, which he said is typical for any case after a preliminary hearing and before arraignment. He said his office is proceeding on the basis that the case will go to trial. However, future settlement conferences will be scheduled. We'll be back with weather and sports.